And we should be live. See if this thing updates here real quick. Reload the page. There we go. And we mute that out. What's up out there? We're back with some more streaming today. I did spend a lot of time in the last couple of days playing, and I have moved up to Act 8. So I think I left off at like Act 4 or something like that. I was just super tired yesterday. I just wasn't feeling it, so I didn't bother. So I am up to Act 8. I've got quite a bit of my gear sorted out and in a much better place. So we should be ready to go. And I think I might be ready to do the next one of these. I think. I have to see where we're at.
The just goddess presides over
I don't
us
want
all.
you. I want this up here. Yeah, so we should be ready to go do the next one.
With precision.
Let's see how this goes. Everything turned on. And let's go kill some stuff here. The build's been doing really well the last couple days. Had a lot of issues early on, but a lot of it seems to be ironed out. And I went back and did the first 3 or 4 chapters of all the quests that I had skipped early on. So I got a bunch of extra skill points built in, and we're hopefully doing much better there. Skip that thing. So hopefully this goes a lot better today. It's been feeling pretty good. Haven't had many issues at all. And I'm not sure I've died since then. Maybe I did. I can't remember. Probably should turn that down a little bit. I did try the new league mechanic out. The whole trials thing. It was alright. I died a little bit too much. Couldn't quite... You sit in there and the things are attacking you and everything, and... Oh, what's up, Raz? Yeah, this is the first... Well, I mean, I tried Crucible. I was in on Crucible, but now I'm in here, so... Definitely the first official one. Official start. First official league start, I guess. Let me scroll down things a little bit here. You been playing? How's yours going? Here.
The weary traveler.
Nice. We get a crafting recipe. Finally starting to build up some of the crafting recipes a little bit. All right, we can dump some of this off. Let's go.
Slowness lends strength to one's enemies.
Be nice to get the next piece of this going. But yeah, this is going pretty well so far. Rough start. I made a lot of mistakes early on. Did a lot of things I shouldn't have done. Or didn't do a lot of things I should do, might be the better way of saying it.
Wisdom is the offspring of suffering and time.
Fixed all those issues and things seem to be a lot better. Okay, let's see if we can keep pushing along here. Managing to keep my resistances up too. Got them pretty well built up, so should have plenty of buffer in here. This is going to be one of those chest things, isn't it? Oh, why are we moving slow?
For those who ascend
All right.
too quickly.
Is that a flash charges? That did not end very well. All right, let's try that again. Ah, crap. Did I put something on that I shouldn't? I was running into an issue earlier. I think it was one of these mana flasks. It was just totally... Something was just totally wiping all of my health away. Or it was... It wasn't wiping my health away. It was turning my fire off. That was the problem I ran into. Oh yeah, the new league. I've seen hit or miss. I've watched a few people talk about it, and some people like it, some people don't like it. It's kind of in the middle for some people. All right, can we do this a little better this time? Not get killed by traps. wasn't surviving very well. Like, I kept getting frozen. The freezing part was the most frustrating. Trying to turn around and frozen. Wasn't too happy with that. But I think it's more of a gear issue. Probably need a little better gear. Yeah, I'm going to skip that one. Where's the other exit at? Can we go this way here? Looked like there was some alright rewards. Looked like a bunch of crafting stuff that would be, or currency or whatever, that would be really handy to have for me early. I've been running short on crafting materials. Guess they want me to have an amber amulet. Jesus. What's those things? They probably all suck. Oh, why did I fight to get in there? All right, what are these things? Any good? Okay, I didn't waste my time going in there. Strength and dex. All right. Ooh, add to all attributes. That was one problem I had, was it's adding a lot of strength. Might hang on to that one. See how that shakes out. I had a lot of trouble with my dex and intelligence earlier, trying to keep that up. Where would the other path be? Probably the direction I didn't go. Or is this another dead end? Yet another dead end. Great. Oh, and I think, man, why do I keep hitting dead ends? I think I switched off to boots that are a little slower too. I had some better boots, but these have more armor, so that I walk slower. That kind of sucks, but building up the armor felt a little better. There's like 100 and some armor difference.
I cannot do this.
It's pretty sizable. Yeah, that's the other exit. There's like 2 exits on here. I was trying to find the second one. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, up in here. Yeah. Yep, there it is. Totally walked by it too. Alright, this should be the straight across. Cool. Doesn't look like there's much reason to go to the other side ones.
The weary traveler draws close to the end.
Yeah, probably not. Ended up wandering around a little bit much. Sand of Eternity. Oh, that's for in here, isn't it? I don't think I can put that up. Yeah. All right, we'll save these for now. Might come back to one of those and take a look, because some of those didn't look too bad.
Slowness lends strength to one's enemies.
These boss fights haven't been too bad either.
By the goddess, what ambition!
That went pretty quick.
Wisdom of
Works a lot better when you don't die to traps out in the little overworld section. All right, where are we going? There's another straight one out here. Oh, right. I don't have the speed juice anymore. I feel like I'm burning through those pretty quickly, although you don't get back to town or change levels so much to redo the flasks. Can't move there. Let me guess, that's for the door on the other side. Oh god, I keep getting slowed. Jesus. When you go slow in this game, you go slow.
I cannot do this yet.
Come on. Odd place for a switch. And while we're over here. Yeah, well, good thing the League mechanic's gonna be around for a few months. It seems cool. I like the look of it. I like the fact that you get a lot of... It looks like a lot of rewards. I know people are complaining that they're not very good, but I'm new enough and know enough better. So it looked like there was a lot of cool stuff in there, and it looked like you could keep buying new little monsters to use from all the different vendors or whatever. That seemed pretty cool. Wait a minute, where's this? No, where's the other one? Probably over here. Hell yeah, Righteous Fire. This is like new build 101, I think. Alright, out of speed again. Oh, great, we gotta move this thing. Then the other exit's probably over here. These things suck, by the way. They don't really give you much room to move around. Oh, is it always northeast and northwest? Probably. Alright, you guys are annoying. Get rid of those things. These guys like to hang way outside range. Nothing says fun like getting shot from 30 feet away. Come on, keep moving. Why are we waiting? I have noticed that the game's been a little bit laggy here and there. Like you might click on something and it takes a second to click in. I actually got kicked out earlier today, I think it was. Went to load something and the load took too long. Oh, just one of these. This. So this was a waste of time somewhat. The exit isn't. Why am I moving so slow? There we go.
I cannot do.
Go through here. The only downside to Righteous Fire when you're starting off and you don't have another character to leech stuff off of, it's a really slow start. I actually blasted through that doorway. Oh, because it was just locked. Okay. Or not locked, just closed. Shit. Yeah, I do have shield charge on. Shit. I actually started trying that out earlier. Where the hell am I supposed to go in here? Definitely not that way. That's gonna hurt. Oh, I'm blind. These trial things get kind of stupid to try to find things. It seems hidden between the way the map shows up. Is it this door now? Yeah, okay. The other thing I get caught up on with the shield charge is it like sometimes doesn't charge. It just sits there and shoots like the wave on the ground or whatever. Like that. I don't really understand why it just stops. I haven't figured out if it's like the way the mouse is sitting or... But, really the first time I've used shield charge, so... Here we go. Yeah, one exit. Hopefully this is the boss.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. To entertain doubt,
Hopefully this is the final boss, I should say. I know this is a boss fight, but hopefully it's the final boss.
slumber should never be awoken. Finish this. Such resilience.
Yeah, one more time.
Pity the emperor who sits alone on his throne.
Alright, we got 2 exits out of here. Just, yeah, 2. Oh, my favorite. The disc blades. That thing just using up my entire flask all at once. I thought I had like 2 charges on these. Or am I only seeing half a charge? Maybe I'm not getting 2 full charges. Didn't feel too bad earlier. Unless I changed something before I quit playing earlier. It's possible. Remember what I did. Not this way here. This does feel a hell of a lot better, though. Get the radius of the circle opened up a little bit. Get the rest of the skills attached to it. It's been a lot better yesterday than it was the starting day. That was a bad start. My own fault for not following directions, but I'm missing it. Over here? Yeah. Okay. If you don't get the right corner of these things, it's hard to see where the exits are, or where you go out on the map. One thing I do like about Shield Charge that I've seen so far is that you can keep going with it. Like, it doesn't seem to stop. Like the what is this thing? The Frost Blink. That thing's got a limited cast on it. Like, you gotta wait for it to cool down or whatever. You don't have to deal with that with the Shield Charge. But Frost Blink does move you pretty good. Hey. We got out of here. 2. Yeah, somebody else said you can turn the transparency down. I don't like having that map up there. I didn't like it in Diablo either. I like being able to switch back and forth. And then with Righteous Fire on, it covers it all over, and I'm half blind anyway, I think. Oh, just gonna skip that thing. Is there anything else back here? Probably not. Yeah, you go from that shield charge to the frost blink. Man, stuff just gets annihilated. All right, let's just turn that down. Let's see what happens. Where's that under UI? I'll try it. I don't know how some of you guys run with that map up all the time. That drives me nuts. I don't know, I guess I like seeing the gameplay. The shield charge doesn't seem to take up magic either. I kind of thought it did. I guess it doesn't. Landscape transparency off completely. Oh, okay. I see what it's doing. Okay. That's why it's all goofy then. All right. Because it's showing the walls and all that.
Can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep those promises.
I guess I was just turning it down. All right, no crafting recipe here. Yeah, I do. I got something's on life tap. I can't remember what it is. So faster attacks is dexterity, I think, and I don't have enough. That's where I'm running into issues with socketing. I need to get
Make your mark.
I need to get a yellow socket or a green socket, yellow, green, whatever the hell color it is. I think that's why I don't have that on yet. Yeah, because this is the only green socket that I have, and I need one more. But none of this stuff will turn on me. I don't have the recipe for it. I've been trying to find all the recipes I can. Yeah, and that's what I've got sitting over here. What do I have on life tap? It's the one Pox recommends. Vitality, I think it is. No, Vitality and Arrogance. Which one was life tap? Yeah. So Fire Trap is on life tap. Yeah, I've got a lot of dexterity. The problem is I need the extra socket. I can't get a green socket on any of these because they're all like magic and strength or something like that. The made a few changes earlier and they didn't turn out so well, so I had to quit. All right, I'm out of those things. So according to the handy dandy guide here, right. Going up into unflinching. Oh yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Can I put that on here? Nice. How you guys all doing for the new league? Everybody enjoying it? I think it's pretty cool. You know, I came in towards the end of the last one, so it's nice being able to actually start with one and see how it goes. All right, what do I got to take here? Unflinching. Oh, hit the altar first. Ooh, that sucks. Just no time to play, or? Oh, yeah, that sucks. Nothing like being busy. I made absolutely sure to have enough. Do I want that yet? I think I'll take this. I made sure to have enough time to play this weekend. I really wanted to check this out. So I cleared my schedule. The only thing I did, I spent time cutting grass and finishing off the John Wick movies yesterday. All right, what do we got to do now? Oh, I was doing the Ascendancy. That's why. Forgot what the hell I was doing.
There you go.
Yeah, and you have to do that whole Ascendancy thing to every time you want to switch it. I kind of don't like that you can't just go and select those. I don't think. All right, what do we got to do here? Let's do the Lunaris thing. Guess we'll push forward there. Yeah, work and life. Life is not necessarily great. Sometimes you get busy with stuff, can't do anything. It's never fun when work is busy or you're trying to sell a house or just something stupid. I got stuck with that a long time ago trying to sell an old house, and it was miserable. Chores suck. It sucks getting old. Having responsibilities, let's say that. That's what sucks. You know, I actually kind of like the screen shake. As stupid as it sounds, you get a nice big shot in there. It actually makes it feel kind of cinematic or whatever. I don't know. I've had a few people, you got to turn that off. I'm like, I kind of like it. I don't know why, but it just kind of makes it a little bit better. Still trying to get used to this shield charge thing. Been trying to tinker with this all day. I really put this on today. And, oh, I like that hat. That is a nice hat. I don't care what stats are on it. That is a nice hat. Now, what did I need to do? There are some straight up builds that you see the screen just flashing constantly. I was watching, what was it? Asmongold was showing off some dude with like lightning just going off constantly, or maybe it was one of his builds. I don't know. But it was nauseating to watch. Oh my God. Have I added enough intelligence? Yes, I have. What am I losing on this? Probably not the time to tinker with this. I guess when you're buzzing out the barf bag, you turn it off. There are some really crazy builds going on. What did I just take off? That solves my green problem right there. I'm gonna have to spend time tinkering with this. What did I lose? Some intelligence, rarity, but I'm gaining. What's my resist look like? Still good there. Lost a little bit of fire. How did I lose fire? Oh, I know, because I don't have purity on. There we go. We're good. Yeah, I need to try one of those crazy builds that just go bananas. This was a huge... Playing Righteous Fire was a huge step up from all the stuff that I had tried before. You know, the other couple of crappy builds that I had. And... No, I know. I was just making sure. I've had a lot of trouble with Dex and intelligence. So I'd lose... You know, if I switched something out too soon, I'd lose my gear. So I just wanted to make sure I didn't lose anything. That's more what I was trying to focus on. I've made some mistakes and then couldn't put my gear back on. Those are fun times. Not so much with this build here, but in the one I was testing out during Crucible. I made a few mistakes. And then I couldn't put my gear back on, so I had to keep like an intelligence ring in my inventory so I could put the damn gear back on. That was, how you say, a learning experience. Did not end well. Was more annoying than anything, but still. Alright, we're still locked here. How many nuts? Oh. What did I open up? Is it this door? Yeah. All right.
Allow your wisdom to be tempered by the flames of the past.
Was that all it did? Is just open that door? Okay. Normally it's got the little teleporter thing. Huh. I've never noticed that you can bust through walls like that. That's the first one I've seen. That's cool. Something new every day. The luxurious hideout I already have, so I shouldn't have to deal with that. And Lunaris. My ores on. Keep thinking I should skip this heist stuff because then it just builds up in my inventory. But I wish they'd let you put the story or the quest items in your stash somewhere or something, or have a quest tab or something in here so it didn't just hog up room in your inventory. It's kind of the one complaint that I have. Kind of full. You know what? I'll drop this shit off here real quick. Because I need to see also on the skills. What was I trying to do? Yeah, I guess you get them back, right? Like there's no loss for throwing them down. Yeah, it sucks. That's my old helmet. Don't care about that. 4 linked blues. I'll come back to that later. So I'll probably just keep.
Instincts tell me not to destroy this.
I gotta throw it out. So what was this one here? Could break into any house as quick as the quick and silent as a cardinal's fart. I thought I saw the word fart on here when I was looking at that, and I'm like, did they write that on there? They sure did. All right, skills. What was I trying to work on here? First and foremost, what level are we? 63. So I need to move this over to here. Okay, let's see here. I also found, but I don't have the materials for it. Started finding some 6-star or 6-socket plates and stuff, but they're just not in the configuration that I can use. Like I need more links on them, or I need the currency for them. I just haven't got it all yet. What was the one I was looking at? There was one that had fire tap. That's the one I was trying to get running. Where's that? That's on here. So we're gonna take this one out and this out, this out. these two over here. And we need combustion, which is that. Trap and mind damage and life tab. So we'll do... I think I've got that in here. Nope, not that one. I swear I had that. Well, go back. Oh, just toss those off. Yeah, I've been hanging on to a couple of them. I figured I might try and get something crafted up. They're more of a trying to learn crafting kind of thing. That's why I've been hanging around them, some of them. Yeah, I'll probably just avoid those smuggler stashes for a while. Because that's all I seem to get. Are all these called? There it is. All right, so that maxes that out. And then righteous fire. You put righteous fire with life tap too. Oh yeah. These level up fairly quickly though. Probably not the best strategy, but all right, let's see how this works. Before I forget. Come on. These off. The high stuff, yeah. I spent... There was one day I had those building up in my inventory when I was testing this out under Crucible. And I got to the point where I'm like, all right, I've got so many of these things, I'm kind of tired of them. So I went and spent, I don't know, an hour doing those things or a half hour or something like that. I spent quite a while. I did like 4 or 5 of those maps in a row. I was like, all right, I'm kind of done with this. It was fun for a minute, but then it got kind of old. I still can't tell if I like Heist or not. When it's low level and you can walk through it, it's pretty fun, but when it starts getting high level and you start getting your ass kicked, it's like, nah, I don't know if I like this. And that's the thing. Why don't they have it in the Heist locker? That seems like the most obvious thing to do is to put it in there or be able to bank them with the chick you got to talk to or something. Because you got to go talk to her anyway to get anything started. So it seems like you could just, I don't know, put them in there somewhere. I was kind of surprised at that. I couldn't figure out why they wouldn't go away, and it took me a while to realize they were green and they were quest. Because I'm used to, you know, stuff like this thing being the quest item, not those contracts. And I really wasn't paying attention to what color they were either.
I cannot do this
Yeah,
yet.
the high stuff looked pretty cool. The green ones don't go in there. The other stuff does, but the green ones don't. That's the downside, because they're quest related, so they don't go in there. Because that was the first thing I checked. I'm like, I got this affinity checked, but it didn't like it. What am I missing over here? I have to actually walk over that to get it to move. That thing looks pissed. That better be a cool shield. Look, I'm trying to read something here. Quit bothering me. Oh. Alright, where'd you guys all come from? What the hell, man? Am I still fighting that abyss thing? Alright, can I have a minute now? It's got a hell of a lot of armor. Holy shit. Can I do this? This is just a blue. There's a blue. It's got regen on it. Cold resist might suffer. Let's move the blue down here. Move the red over there. And turn that back on. Still got good resistances. That might be a nice bump up. That's a hell of a lot of armor difference. See how that works. It's kind of wild how some of the uniques in the game are just trash. Kind of think unique, they're supposed to be good, and then I started finding out that they intentionally make some of them bad on purpose. I was like, that's messed up. They can get something good, and it's just some shit item, so it fills in the drop table or whatever. All right. Oh, right in the middle of this. Let's get this thing done. I love these Vol areas too.
I cannot do this yet.
Yeah, I mean, I get uniques not being like super amazing, but like the idea that they intentionally make some of them bad. That's the crazy part. I can't remember what it was they were talking about. I saw them. One of them, somebody was talking about there's some unique in the game that was actually added just because it was like to fill in the drop table so you wouldn't get something good. I was like, that's kind of an asshole way to do it. It's kind of funny though. Let's see. How far over can we go? There. There. I think that's all of them. Alright, let's see how bad this goes. Not too bad. I also think it's kind of wild that they have a health bar on these NPCs. Makes you think you can just go up and kill them. Okay. What was I supposed to be doing here? Not going through there. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I know they're more situational than anything, but they just sometimes they feel horrible. Like, you get one, you're like, oh, cool, it's unique, and then it's just garbage, and it's like, man, that sucks. But I know it's probably just not for the build that I have. It's just kind of funny, though. And then, yeah, I know there's probably not a whole lot of them that are intentionally bad, but it's just kind of funny that they made them intentionally bad for that reason. Alright, usually it's one side or the other, and it's going to be that side. might not go over far enough. Alright. Take care of you. Oh, there it is, right there. This place just isn't the same without all the blood and screaming. So I've made it because I kept playing after the league ended. I kept playing through tier 6 or something in the map. I did a couple of the yellow maps, but I made it up to like tier 5 maps, I think. Tier 4 or 5 before the league ended. And then I came in one day and my character was in standard, so I just kept playing up until I couldn't anymore. Yeah, league's going really well. It's been a learning curve. Bit of a learning curve. Big bit of a learning curve. I did not start off very well. What I needed to do is really actually sit down and digest the directions on this build. And I got kind of caught up with the whole start of the league and everything. I didn't even think about what I was supposed to do. I just kind of started running. They have extra gore mods. I'm down. I am so down. The downside with shield charges, you kind of run into things. Let's move a little quicker though. And I can't see shit in here. Yeah, those walls not being there makes a huge difference. Alright. Yeah. I think somebody had said that in one of my videos too, to turn the wall down, and I turned it down, but I didn't ever turn it off. Get the hell out of there. Oh, there's like 4 uniques in there. That's a problem. Or 4 rares. Rare monsters. That was why that was going bad. Okay. Back off this way. Yeah, sometimes. Problem is you gotta stop. So that's why you might not see the right click getting used so much. I've been using it and dropping some stuff here and there. Use it for a little bit, but if something starts kicking my ass, like if I can sit here and beat on it like this, I'll just keep dropping them. But if I start dying too fast and I gotta keep moving, I just don't stop. Just keep going. Learn the hard way, you don't want to stand still for very long in this game. Whoever said that early on, that they're serious. You don't want to stand still. Oh shit. Like that. Get bogged down, it gets ugly fast. When I hit F1, yeah. This button. Yeah, Rubino, having a great time. I'm really enjoying it. We did stream on Friday night, and I put like 7 hours. What do I got in here now? 15 hours. 15 hours into this so far. I didn't realize they had that as a command. Found that out today. That was nice and helpful. But put a bunch of time in the other day, and then put a bunch more time in yesterday, and then today earlier, and we're up to what, chapter 8 or something like that. So moving right along. I'm digging it. I'm looking forward to being in maps because I've done this, what, 3-4 times now. This is like, that's how many times I've been through the campaign. So I'm kind of wanting to get further into the actual end part of it. I got fairly far along. I don't know, it's only tier 6, but to me it was fairly far along. A lot further than I had, and I was digging it, having a good time. And then the league ended. So I was really excited to get back into here and hoping to blast through the campaign and get into there. I kind of want to see how the chieftain works. I know a lot of people were complaining that it didn't look like it was that great of a change, but I don't know, that for some reason that just kind of intrigues me to play that. Nope, not you. Hey, we got a point. Totally forgot about that. What do I need to put this in? I don't want that one yet. I guess I do. Thought I was waiting on this next one over here, but nope. All right. See, if I can sit here with this, I'll throw these traps all day. This isn't a big deal. Never noticed the big moon thing up there. That's kind of cool. Guess I never paid attention. Nice. I don't have enough room. Why did I have that? Oh, because it's for the... Alright. Make room for that. Alright, let's get back to town. What I'm curious about is what builds people come up with, because, like, you know, we knew that there was sure, come on, give me that. Like, we knew the changes that they were putting in and everything, but we haven't you had to actually get here to see what they actually did, what those changes meant. I'm kind of curious to see what builds come out, because I don't think people have had enough time to do builds. You know what I mean? Like, once people have played for long enough and they can see what they want to do, see what how the tree can be changed and all that kind of thing. I'm just curious to see what new builds come out of it. I don't want social. So that's what I want to, one of the things that I want to do, I'm hoping to do this time around is, because like your main builds, your pure ones, whatever they want to call them in this game, where you've got the Marauder and the Witch and the ranged and all, a Ranger and all that, like those, I actually want to try the other stuff out, the Templars and the whatever the other one is, the other ones are, because those are a little different. Those aren't something I'm used to in like other games. So that's the other thing, how tattoos start changing things too. But I'm curious how like all this new stuff changes all that for the builds that are out there. And I'd like to try some of the other builds that are available. Hell, I'd like to even try a Scion at some point, see how that goes. That'll be a mess, but yeah, Shadow and Duelist. Duelist is the one that really looks cool to me. But those, like, they seem weird, you know what I mean? Different, not just your straight up magic, ranged, or melee. So I'm kind of curious to see how those play out. Let's go over here. Oh, this place. Forgot about that. Had a branching path and I went the other way. But like I had a hard time wrapping my head around what some of those other classes are supposed to be and how they're supposed to play. Which I know you can change a lot of things and use a lot of different gear for whoever. It's not necessarily all made for one class. But I'm kind of curious how all that works together in like a different class than I'm used to. Yeah, I know you work with the skill, but I'm kind of interested in the class because that's kind of how I always view these games. Just to get a feel for how it's played, you know what I mean? Obviously, this is not necessarily how a melee is supposed to play, so that kind of defeats that purpose. But something along those lines. I just don't understand the classes so much, and I'd like to spend time learning on them. Because the Ascendancies look like they changed things quite a bit. Then there's the whole matter of trying to learn everything that's in the passive tree. Which is constantly being added to and changed. I was kind of thinking about doing like, what is it, Bone Shatter? I had it written down here somewhere. Bone Shatter Juggernaut. I was thinking about trying that out, but I have to see, because every time I play this, you know, you start looking at somebody else's builds and stuff, and you're like, that looks cool, and then you end up on some other tangent, or you pick up an item or something that looks really cool, and next thing you know, there's some other way of playing that you hadn't considered before. Yeah, cluster jewels. I started building some of those up, but it doesn't look. What I don't know is where they fit into Pox's build, because he doesn't really show them. So I think they're probably just going to be wherever you fit them in, which is fine. But I haven't gotten far enough to really know what that means yet. So that's on the to be determined list. Well, I need to see what variety of builds there are, because, like, I know what classes and stuff there are, and I know some of the skills and all, but, like, I haven't really looked at what options there are, so to speak, if you want to say it that way. The Righteous Fire is, like, it seems like one of the most common things out there. You know, you can't get away from Righteous Fire. Not that that's a bad thing, but it just seems like it's one of the most either recommended or found. All right, don't pick the green one up. Like if you're searching for PoE builds, it's like right there. I already started over here, didn't I? Let's see. Yeah, and what's cool is when you see somebody build build something out of what it's not supposed to be, like a caster for melee or something. Yeah. I mean, depending on what class you get, it kind of tells you what, it kind of guides you into what gear you're looking at putting on that potentially. And like if you don't know what you're doing and you're just going to pick up the game and start playing, you know that a ranger's going to do bows and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's more where I see it from. And that's where I started at, was just not knowing anything about the game. Yeah, I mean, did he just throw a turret out? Pox has done a tremendous job putting this together. I mean, he has got the website, the videos. Like, he's got everything you could possibly want. The POB build for it, you can just pop it up on your second monitor and go. It's so nice. Like, it's so easy versus somebody that says, well, pick these things, here's your passive tree, and find some armor that looks like this, or whatever. You get 5 words to figure out your whole build. I don't know that anybody else is going to go through the amount of detail that guy's done. I mean, he's just done a tremendous job on it. I think people probably figured out how to do Righteous Fire. Like, really do it, not just, well, it's a build in the game. And, you know, that's probably also the benefit of him spending so much time on it, is that he got to intimately know how the build works and how it's put together. And especially if you build the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah, keep going. And really get to know the skill tree and what you're putting into it. I think it's pretty cool. It's a lot of time and dedication to it. I mean, you almost have to. If you're going to do your own build, like if you're going to do your own build, I don't think you can sit there and like do any other build and tinker around. Like, you have to dedicate yourself to it for a long period of time to make it right. You know what I mean? Like, I could probably take one of my shitty builds that I put together and make it better at some point. Like, if I was to keep iterating on my original witch build or something, I could probably, you know, spend several leagues working on it and making it better. I think that's totally doable. But you'd have to, like, dedicate to it and, you know, really try to learn all the ins and outs, look what other people have done, stuff like that. Like, you'd have to really spend some time on it. Yeah. I mean, you really have to know this game to do a build, I think. Or spend enough time tinkering with it to figure out what doesn't work. I've tried everything else and it just doesn't work. Which, I mean, that's great. Plus you get community involvement too. Like, people come in and say, hey, maybe you should try this too. So then you start building on the bank of knowledge that is all the rest of the community. And that's helpful too. See what somebody else did, try to do something different, or try to see what made theirs successful and how you can edit it and make it a little bit better to fit your scenario or whatever. I guess that wasn't done yet. I don't get anything for that. There we go. We are going to here. Yeah. Oh, hey guys. Nice knowing you. They just stood there and watched me change my passive tree. That's cool. Alright, do I have anything else left in here? I need to find the exit. Yeah, like, my witch build got me through the campaign. It sucked ass. Like, it really sucked ass. It was a bad build. I noticed you can load your character for POB, and I thought about loading it up and seeing if there's, you know, what I can do better. But I don't know if I want to spend that kind of time. Then I've seen the memes about people saying that the true end game of this is where you end up spending all your days on a spreadsheet thinking about what could be. Oh, is that what it is, the blood pools? Nah, I usually just wander around, see where I'm going. And from what I gather, almost all these levels have a little trick to them on how to find the end.
I cannot do this yet.
I'm looking forward to one of the just boss face melting builds. I am really looking forward to that because the bosses are the ones that seem to take the longest to kill. I do believe that's an orange one. I don't know if that's good or bad, but we'll find out. There's another one.
You sure about that placement?
Immune to physical. That ought to be fun. I had one of these things that was like immune to fire. That was not a good day. Yeah, the kind of crazy thing is they, you know, if you look at their level design, these are mostly linear. I mean, they're kind of open. It's not like an open world by any stretch, but they're kind of open levels. Like you can wander around for a good while without going to the right place. But you can always find the end. It seems like the exit's always easy to find. I shouldn't say easy, not always easy, but like it's not always hard to find them. You kind of just make your way there. And if you follow some of the obvious paths like the roads and stuff, you're like right there. What's good for learning the boss fights is having a really shitty build, and then you know you're not doing it right. I don't know if that's the right way to look at that, but you learn a lot when you can't kill the boss or you're getting your ass kicked horribly. And then you make a little change, and all of a sudden life is so much better. But that's like beating your face against the wall kind of difficulty there. Yeah, we are not. Where did I lose the red on the buildings? I passed some earlier over there. Nope, not here. Dude smashed up against the wall counts or not, but get a map out of the deal. Alright, what do I gotta skip here? Nope. Where'd it go? Don't want you. Yep, there we go. The only unfortunate side of Righteous Fire is you got to turn it on every time you go into a level. That's the only thing that really sucks about it. Not that that's that big of a, you know, first world problems and all, but it still kind of sucks. It'd be nice if it just auto-cast. But you don't, you quickly learn not to forget it. Then the other part of working on a build or playing a build is learning how the thing's supposed to work. Like you can look at all this and see how he's got all these different skills, but it took me forever to try like the shield charge and all that. I just started trying that today. Oh, just leave it on there because it doesn't come off if you hit the button again. Yeah, I suppose I could do that. Alright, what are we in here for? This is... oh, Solaris Temple. Another one. Oh, that ain't a map. got here? This should be where I need to be. Take off righteous fire? Or just leave it on and die stupidly. I don't think I've ever considered taking it off. Run around or go somewhere else. The cool thing is, like, the actual boss fights, I don't think have been any issue. It's like just some random one of those little elites or whatever running around in the levels that you can't kill or something. Or those are the ones that really trash me. Sure you can. You can open the door anytime you want. Just open the damn door. Take that. Oh, you know what? Probably be a good time to go back. Nope. You need to die. Down real quick, clear all this shit out. Been busy building stuff up. What do I want to keep here? All that. Nope, don't want you in there. And I think down here's where I've got these things going. I wish this stuff would go in somewhere too. Like, it just sits in your inventory unless you move it somewhere, which is fine, but it'd be nice if some of this stuff just actually went somewhere. I'll deal with that thing later. I'm going to guess that there's probably certain modifiers that that's the other thing I'm trying to learn too, is what modifiers to avoid. Like, you get out and you see a yellow map with this giant paragraph of text of what's all on it. I'm like, okay. And I go try it and I'm like, well, that sucked, but still not quite sure. Yeah, I've got that with, oh, the expedition one. I didn't set that, did I? I did the heist one. Okay, I probably just need to set that affinity then. I did the heist one. I forgot about the other one. It kind of sucks that it doesn't remember that. Like, it was set that way in the other league, but now it doesn't remember it all of a sudden.
Just in time.
Okay.
Ready to revisit the past? The more you kill, the more you change my map.
Hopefully I can get this Pools of Restoration unlocked. I've been trying to get these things unlocked. In my other playthrough, I actually got into some of these. Oh, where's it at? It's up here. Yes.
I cannot do this.
Sweet. Done. All right, that's done. Way down here? Nope. Come on. Two doors unlocked. That's cool. That'll help. Kill them all? Well, the cool thing is they keep they do at least keep like your layout from however you got it in standard, which that was real jarring because I had my Crucible League set up get dumped into standard, so it kind of mix mashed because I'd changed it all for Crucible, so then I had to go redo it. Yeah, I went ahead and picked all the stash tabs up. I'm like, I gotta get them all.
The more you kill, the more you change my map, and the closer we get to finding the temple in the present.
Oh, this one needs any exit opened up.
It's time.
I like the organization of them. They're a little bit pricey and all, but just keeping everything clean to me is kind of nice. Why can't I pick this? All right, get over here, open that up. Sweet. And whenever this thing opens up, we'll have the full, or a big chunk of it unlocked. I love this whole, whatever, Mayan Aztec thing set up they've got. This is pretty sweet. That kind of lore is kind of neat to see. Killed him off. I don't know what that does to the level, but it's done. Come on. These last few. Not too bad. Sure, why not? Grab those and see what I can do with them later. I think I'm getting to the point where I don't need to have a mana flask either. I noticed that when I was on when I was testing all this out. I got to the point where the mana flask just wasn't even required. Never ran out. Right, don't pick the green one up. No, we don't go that way. Can we go this way still?
Just in time. Ah, there you are.
I've already been to engineering. Why can't we do pits or something?
The more you change my map, and the closer we get.
All right, whatever. You know, I should pay attention to how many more Persians I have, because I'd like to actually get to the top of this thing this time. Take advantage of that. Wrong turn. Haven't seen. You're not one of them bosses, are you? Nope. Up this way. Shit.
Good job, Exile.
Missed it. All right, what do we have left?
The temple looms closer with each
3 more. Hopefully she gets me into
and we'll continue our task.
one of these 2 next. Like, I didn't realize there was only so many times before the actual pyramid opened up. So when I did that on the Crucible League, I got into there, the full thing where you could move around, but I didn't get far enough into, like, I hadn't opened up enough. I didn't understand how all that worked to get into there. Yeah. Shield charging is something I'm still getting used to. Just because I haven't used it that much, so. Probably should move it onto maybe right click. Use it like a movement skill. Here we go. Smart person in me says put a portal up. Come on. Get the important thing first. Okay. And that's that. Guess I never caught that the little sun and moon sit there the whole time. I was too busy running for my life when I get in there. And we do have a passive point. Oh yeah, we definitely need this. Yeah, you're talking about Melver. Yeah, if you really have to get your there's a lot of benefits to doing the Slayer stuff and getting that equipment built up for sure. You will take a beating on certain things. You know, I did have move speed on these earlier. Well, I've got it added in here. I did have move speed on one of the boots that I had, but it was only like 40 some armor or something, and this was 200, so I switched over. I definitely had better, but
Michael.
can definitely use better too.
What's up?
What's up, Hatefield? Going well. We're having a good time here. Considerably better than it was the other day when I totally borked the start. Been much improved. I thought I was supposed to have the 50 max life by now. Guess we'll take that. Don't need any changes here. All right, what are we on to? We'll do the eclipse thing. This should end the act, I think, doesn't it? Should be getting close to that. All right, shield charge is pretty satisfying. I gotta say. Get a little used to it. Throw it in that rotation. That is pretty satisfying. All right, if I was a concourse, where would I be? I feel like it's up here. Maybe not. Oh, gotta come back here. That was another thing I wanted to do, spend some more time on the divination cards this time. I got some in Crucible League, but it took me way too long to actually get in and tinker with them and see how to actually use them or what they did. I'm kind of excited to try different builds out, but I feel like I need to really spend time on one build for a while and like just get a grasp of the game before I try to tinker with too much else, because I think I'll just get sidetracked on way too many things. I've already started doing that. I don't need to make that worse. All right, it's probably not up there then. Cleared a lot. It's got to be this other way. Unless it's down this side. Which I don't think it is. I think this is the one I always get goofed up and go the wrong way. Because there's one of these maps, if you start off on the... One thing goes one side of the portal, or the waypoint, the other one goes the other. Yeah, that's what I've been doing, is farming with one. That was what made the last build so easy, because I had started playing with one class or one character and then came in and was playing with another one. So I had everything to start with. This build was really tough to start with because I had nothing to build off of. So it was like total scratch. Wasn't great, but something tells me the bridge is not where I want to be. It is. It is. All right. Yep. Cool. Here we go. I do miss turrets. It's always fun to have a totem to chuck down there and let it kill those things off. I don't have to move. How's it going out there? Demonify. Getting old and it's hard to read. And I love how this changes from the moon to the sun, where it goes from dark to light. The little things. It's a lot of the little stuff that they do on this that just makes so much of a difference. Are these things all fighting each other? Okay. Yeah. For the divination cards, I'm mostly curious about what you can get. Because I was collecting them and I wasn't getting a whole lot of them. And then once I started getting them, I was like, okay, whatever. And then now that I'm here, we've got several months versus several weeks, because I was only playing the last league for a few weeks, and I'll have plenty of time to actually see them. I'm not too worried about the divination cards. It's just that I kept forgetting about them. Like, I started collecting them early on, but you have to collect so many of each one to actually do anything with them that I just wasn't ever collecting anything or getting enough of them to do something. I'm more curious as what's there and what they do. Don't die. They didn't look like nothing exciting, like you get some materials or some currency or whatever out of them. They weren't anything fantastic, but they were kind of cool looking. To something else to keep in mind that's there, I guess. The only thing that sucks is you got to go to that one, whatever act it is, 3 or whatever, talk to that one dude to actually buy the stuff. Like, yeah, you can't get him in your hideout or anything. It just seems kind of strange. I've talked to him.
Rage and pass beyond this human age.
Yeah, the 6-link stuff would be handy.
Sun and moon returned.
Yeah, Lily Roth, but she just sells you can't get the divination card guy in there, can you? Can you trade the divination cards to Lily? Maybe I'll switch to that. Oh, I didn't realize that there was more than one of these. That's cool. Never paid attention to that. For the divination cards? That's cool. Yeah, I've got her in the hideout. She's chilling. Finally got her unlocked again. Ah, this place. I do like that they kept, like, I didn't have to go worry about resetting up the hideout and all that after the league change. It was just there once it unlocked. That was pretty cool. I like not having to go and unlock all the damn hideouts again. There's some nice quality of life in there. Let's see, what do we got here? So I went on to, what is that? The Hideout Palace or something. I can't remember. It's some web page where you go in there and they have just tons and tons of different hideouts to pick from. I thought it was very cool. The only downside is there's like a million of them. And, oh, I know. This is definitely a gory level. But I went into that, whatever that hideout place is, where you just go download somebody's pre-built hideouts. I tried a few of them out, and I found a pretty neat pirate one I like. The problem is, I don't know what the difference is. Where are we going in? Why am I going in that one? Alright, whatever. I'll take it. But I got a pretty cool pirate-themed hideout. The only thing I didn't like about it was the fact that some of the NPCs are just stuck behind some area that I can't get to for whatever reason. They're just like buried in the wrong spot. So I got to go move them or something or whatever. Which isn't that big a deal. Or avoid them, not talk to them. Oh, you would give me those all right there. Got time? Nope. 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 Ah, I dropped the third one too. Well, plenty of doors open on that.
Just in time.
Yeah, so what happened with me though was I started playing in standard, so I set up my stash tabs that way. Then I started playing Crucible and bought a bunch more stash tabs. So when I got dumped back into standard, it meshed the two together, and I had to actually set it all up for this league because I found out that it basically takes your league from how your standard stash is set up. So once I learned that, all right, we have got to get the Apex on here.
The more you change, it's time.
I was using Flame Dash on the other one. I don't know why Pox uses the blink thing. You've got a fire build, but he's using that one for some reason. Oop, wrong way. Come on, somebody drop the thing. Oh, you guys got to drop that thing. Come on. They're not going to drop it, are they? Son of a bitch. Well.
Good job, Exile.
Well, the cool thing about Flame Dash is that it had quite a few charges. Like, you could use it for a while. This thing's got like one charge and it's got a reset, which kind of sucks. But the Flame Dash also looked like, you know, I would expect that it would scale off of your fire damage capability somehow. Although, kind of freeze them in place with this thing too. Yeah, probably.
Ah, there
I think
you are.
freezing
Ready
him.
to revisit the past? Hello. Greetings. Ah, there you
I only
are.
have one incursion
Ready to
left, and
revisit
it's
the
not.
past?
I'll do a different one. Hopefully, she changes it the next time. Act 9. Moving right along.
You can grow. Oh, you must have been. Be careful.
So this is moving a lot quicker. Looks like every time I start a new class or a new character, I'm taking like another 10 hours off the campaign because I'm pretty sure it took 30 hours the last time. It's like 40 and then 30, and now I'm at like 20 or something like that. 15 and a half hours. Maybe 25 this time. Somebody to talk to up here. Yeah, I don't have Hex Touch. Oh, those gaggle of dudes there. Was I going to keep any of this stuff? I don't think so. I'm just going to ditch it all. You. And we need to go out up here, I think. Where do I have my frost blink at? Sitting off on its own, isn't it? Where the hell is it? Over here, yeah. Yeah, and Pox has something about keep this at level 1 or you die to reflect, which I've obviously not. It's way leveled up, so probably be a bad thing coming up here soon. I need to get more sockets. I'll figure all that out later. The build's running pretty good. I'm not complaining about it. Yeah, this thing popped up here a little while ago, and that was great. It's got a hell of a lot of armor on it, for sure. And it was able to just slot right in, so... Yeah, I mean, we're not at maps yet, but he's got it listed on here. Oh, I'm at 60 to 80, so I guess I'm at the starting the maps part, which I'm in the 60 to 80 realm. I'll be right back. I'm going to run to the can real quick. You know, when I was playing earlier this morning, these loading, I shouldn't say anything because it'll jinx it, but the loading screens seem to be a lot slower. I don't know if there's less players now, which I would expect more, but whatever that is seems to have gotten a lot better. Shield charge. I do like this the more I use it. Just got to remember it's there. Not get caught on a wall. Pretty good, Icy. We had a rough day the other day starting out, but it's been a lot smoother sailing once I got the original or the early issues ironed out. Holy shit, that hurt. Like, I was playing it. I woke up stupid early this morning, like 4 in the morning, and it was still a little bit laggy then, which was kind of surprising. I would have expected that to be much easier, much less people. How far do I plan on going this league? As far as I can possibly go. I have no idea. I don't know what I'm missing out on. I made it into tier 6 maps, tier 7, something like that. It's always nice to see that the, like, progressing through the story gets faster and faster, you know what I mean? Like, you learn little tricks on how to move quicker or what to avoid or how to skip it. But even, like, I went in and did some stuff earlier to catch up on some of the other quests. Of course, I was probably over-leveled and over-geared for them, but picking up some of the other stuff that I had skipped the other day, like, I've done more here in less time. So it's kind of cool to see that pick up. And I don't feel lost getting into the map section either. Like, I had no idea what the hell to do when I got in there the first time. I don't care about you guys. Let's get me the hell out of here. It opens up so much that... No, that was Righteous Fire. I got to like tier 1 or 2 using the homebrew stuff. Like, the first build the first homebrew build I did, I got into a tier 1 map, like the very first map, and I couldn't do anything. I got destroyed. I didn't realize that there was only so many attempts at it and stuff like that. I want to go in there. I just want to go back here. But when I got to the tier 6 map was with Righteous Fire build. I think my ranger got, I don't know, tier 2 maybe. Like, it wasn't very far along. It definitely dropped off fast. Like, I ran into a lot of problems very quickly. And then I started playing this Righteous Fire build. I just mowed through the whole campaign and then started getting into the end part of it. Like, it's noticeable when you go from whatever to an actual build. That's the other thing that this game does a really good job at. I mean, you can definitely see a noticeable power difference as you're playing, and you put something on, it might not seem terribly significant, but then it kind of is after a while. One item change and you notice a massive difference. Yeah, the upgrading part is very difficult. Crafting. I like have a concept of what the crafting is, but I still don't know how to actually make it work. You know what I mean? Like, I know what I'm supposed to do, but what you're supposed to do and how I end up getting done is two different things. I think that's one thing I want to focus on at some point here. I've been collecting just some crap along the way to try to craft up. What the hell are you doing over here flying around? All right. What are we doing with you? Oh, I meant to interrogate. Yeah, whatever.
Hello.
We didn't get anything veiled, did we?
Salah.
Look, I'm trying to talk to this chick here. Leave me alone.
Exile.
Nope. Nothing to unveil. That sucks. What's crazy about the crafting system? Yeah, like I thought I was getting a little bit ahead on the crafting. I looked at it and I'm like, okay, you got to bump your quality up, and you got to do this, and you got to change something or whatever. And then there's certain ways that if you have, like if you've got a prefix or a suffix free, and you're going to draw from this little pool over here, and you want to try to fill in these so that you push to get that one, and you got to build. Like, I'm watching all this. I can't remember if it was Zizarin or whoever it was. Somebody had like an hour-and-a-half video on crafting. And I'm sitting there watching this, and I'm like, dude, I got lost like way early into it. And I ended up watching it again. And I'm probably going to need to watch it again. But then they start talking about how you can go into like Einhar's place, the menagerie, going over there and crafting in that. You get certain things there. Like, it's not just crafting. There's then the unveiling stuff unlocks other parts of it. Like, it's just crazy how much there is. And if you want to get a particular build, you got to put a piece in from over here and a piece in from over there. And I'm like, dude. And apparently they keep adding this every time we get... Oh, I grabbed that for currency. They keep adding to the crafting system every time we get a new league, so... we need to go to... We're up to the refinery. Should be up this way then. I have never seen a unique one. Oh my god, I didn't know they made these unique. Okay. Well, that was not that bad. All right, let's get the good shit first. Look, zombie dude, I don't care. I don't want you around. Yeah, I've watched a few videos Pox has. He's got just stacks and stacks of stuff to look at. I'll deal with that thing later. Grab some of this for another class if I do it. That's fine. What's this thing? Did those open up for something? And I think that's probably why I've gravitated towards his build. I mean, it seems like it's advertised a lot. You find Pox's build constantly. The other thing I want to... Metamorph is the one I want to try too. I think a lot of people don't like it, but I'm curious how that works. It's the little Frankenstein looking thing that, you know, throwing brains and stuff together. I think that's the Metamorph one. That looks awesome. And I like how you have, like, crafting isn't just crafting either. Like, you don't just sit at a crafting bench and put stuff together. Like, you have to actually go, like in Einhar's Menagerie, you got to go fight stuff. You know, it's not just straight up, well, I'm going to go tinker around in this for an hour. Like, some of it's active. You don't just throw a socket into something. You know, that's like basic crafting. Then there's so much other stuff involved. All right, that's all dead. I didn't get much time to try Metamorph in the last one. It showed up in a few maps here and there, and that's all I got. All right, knock knock. I'm here. Man. And this stuff, when I first ran into this with my do-it-yourself character, oh shit, don't die. I died a lot fighting these guys. Once you start hitting these really hard-hitting mechanic, or like these people, they never send anybody weak. Oh, 3 of them. Nice. Probably should have paid more attention and not been sitting here screwing around with this. That's a new icon. I have not got those. You know what? It's time to go back to town. Oh, this is all,
I cannot carry this.
Alright, these guys are gonna go. There was something I was looking at getting. I can't remember what it was. I was trying to get something crafted on. Jesus, every time you go, there's another pack of monsters. I was trying to get something crafted on something earlier today. I don't remember what it was, and it's like, oh, you got to go get it off the veiling. You got to go get it unveiled. I'm like, all right, well, that'll be several hours later. The trade stuff is not bad. It's just something else you have to learn on top of all the other stuff you have to learn. And you may not have the currency for it. I have mixed emotions. I'm not worried about trade right now. I feel like that's another thing I have to focus on learning. What helped me a lot, though, was learning how the crafting bench worked and being able to stick stuff like this fire resistance on there, or cold resistance on here. Just basic stuff like that to survive. Like, learning the little things here and there along the way has helped tremendously. Oh, I gotta get that stuff. All right, let's throw you in there. You in there. That. Oh, that's gonna sell. Probably need to sell that other stuff too. And we're going to sell this right back to you.
Yes?
Oh yeah, I guess she is in town here. I think the thing that's helped me a lot is not necessarily going into some super involved craft. There was a bunch more stuff on the ground here I wanted to pick up. But I think the thing that's helped me out a lot was, like, even though it's just basic crafting stuff, like, I didn't know you could do that on my first character. So then on the second character, I come in and I'm like, okay, I need, you know, some resistance. So I go do this and I can get the resistance on there. And then it just keeps getting better and better as it goes. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be some great craft. I know that this is not necessarily the best way to learn crafting and stuff, but just being able to tinker with it over time. You know, every time you come back at it, you do a little bit more and a little bit more. It's kind of nice. Max? I don't care about damage. I wish these were both life, but I'll take that. And this, like this whole system here, this is kind of cool too, because you get all these different recipes from all this stuff. I think I'm going to take the minion stuff because I think Righteous Fire builds off of that in some way. I don't know if I have to have minions to that. Max Life, we'll take that. Cold and Chaos, definitely. But it's kind of neat to be able to go through the crafting and be able to... Ooh, that's a nice bump there. It's nice to be able to have all... There's so many options. It sucks to have so many options, but at the same time, it's very cool to have so many different options of things to do, and you can craft in so many different ways, and it feels like everything has got its own way of doing things, too. Like, you get stuff that you can't get from somewhere else, which is very cool, too. You guys just stay over there. Oh, looks like we're doing this. And this mechanic here, delirium or whatever the hell this is, this freaked me out the first time I saw it because I didn't live very long. And, you know, you got a shitty build and you're trying to go up against 1,000 monsters on your map at once. Doesn't end well. Or the timer runs out before you get anything done. That was another one I struggled with. But once you get a decent build that can last and kill stuff, this goes pretty well. Night and day difference. Keep forgetting I got this shield charge to try out. Man, I'm out of time, ain't I? Nope. Kills in there.
I cannot do this yet.
Yeah, we're out of time. Yeah, I got Fire Trap. Yeah, it's right there. I've been using it for the bosses mainly. Because you have to stop. Getting my ass kicking in pack. I don't want to stick around too long. You got to keep killing stuff on delirium, from what I gather. And then I caught finally that down in the lower left there, they give you, you know, when you're first starting out, you have no idea what's going on. You just get shit blasting you, all of a sudden you're dying to something. You're like, what the hell? Well, once I finally got comfortable with playing through that and noticed that, you know, your reward button is down at the bottom, or your reward, whatever it is, coming down there.
Good find, Exile.
Yeah, Tibbs, this is a huge change. It's kind of wild that there's nobody that's done anything like this up until now. I mean, there's a lot of different ARPGs out there, but as far as like the way this one's ran, it's... Oh, where's the Medusa chick? Come here. Where you at? That you? Are you? She's somewhere around here. I really didn't know what I was getting into with the whole league thing. Like, when I started playing, I was treating it more like a campaign. Then I started finding out... There we go. Started finding out how this works. Now I'm excited to play League every time. Not necessarily treat it like straight up campaign. And the map just came to life. The way I've seen delirium work, if I've got the right one, that silver thing that pops up in there that we had, you just keep chasing down mobs. As long as you haven't killed something off, as long as there's living monsters to chase down, you keep chasing them down. But if you've cleared half the map by the time you get it, it doesn't really fill a whole lot in. That may not be delirium. I'm still trying to figure out all the mechanic names. Then there's the one, the hand thing out, and that's in mapping, where you click on it and just expands out. That one's pretty cool too. The other thing I like is how they don't give you all the mechanics up front. Like, you get a bunch of mechanics in the game and you're thinking, all right, cool, I've seen quite a bit of stuff. And then you get into after the end of the mapping part, and you're like, holy shit, I haven't seen any of these. There's so many other mechanics that you start seeing ritual and metamorph and all that other stuff that's out there, and it's like, damn. It really added a lot. Yeah, the delirium is the one that starts with the mirror thing or crystal thing, whatever that is, I think. Oop, shift. That's already identified. I kind of want to hang on to that. I'll keep that one just for the case of it. Throw all this stuff out. And we can trade this crap off. Nope, sell. Oh, there's John right there.
You have done in the Narrative. Goodbye.
Well, it took.
When I
All right, what's next? Refinery. That's what we need to do. And we haven't been out of this map long enough for it to time out. Sweet. So that mapping is done. That is not going to be up here, is it? Nope. Alright, can you guys leave me alone long enough to select that? I feel like the refinery is going to be any other way. It's worth the silver coin. was worth it. Little currency build up. We're interested in where this exit at. Alright, it's got to be off this way then. Nope. There we go. Yeah, this thing here. Some of these things that when they toss them in, and you're first playing the game, and you get something like this, and you're like, what the hell did I just get hit with? Keep moving on. Waypoint. Although I guess it is kind of nice that you can just stop. Like if you stop killing stuff, you can get out of this if you don't really like the mode. Was that it? Anything more? Just a little bit more. No, I'm out of time. Almost got another orb. I did get 2. Yeah. More importantly, we got the exit. I kind of like this place the first time I got to it. I kind of like the refinery a little bit better. That. Oh.
May humanity.
Do I need to do something before I can go in here? Or do I just kill the guy in here? Maybe I just kill him. I just think I have to fight that, I think I do. I just think I have to fight that guy that's got all the electric in here, all the electrical shit. He's killed me way too many times. Oh, I gotta go in here and then go back. Is that what it is? You know what? I'm thinking I can get rid of my mana flask. I need to do that. I haven't used that in a long time. That would give me another run flask. Alright, here we go. As long as we don't die. Okay, that room was worthless. Is that, yeah, that's more syndicate stuff. Great. Where's your door? What's up, Sandstrom? Yeah, I'm still coming to terms with the whole what's on what and why. Like some of the stuff that's on yeah, apparently we're playing PoE. Not a bad thing. Switch those guys out there.
Exile.
Gotta go with the flow sometimes. Well, I'm still waiting on the next Melver expansion. We got another month for that. Ooh, that'd be a good one to take right there. Something else. Was there just 2 items here? Yeah, 3. Why do they always mix life and mana? Why can't you just get both? Guess we'll take this. Something tells me I should take projectile speed, though. New game mode for Melver? I didn't know they had one. I was thinking about it. Potatoes are going well. They keep adding stuff to it.
Blessings.
Still waiting for them to add the multiplayer event, though. It's the only thing they haven't done yet. The farming stuff's kind of cool. I got There's so many things to get sidetracked on in that game. You know, I'm sitting there thinking, and the more you play the Farmers vs. Potato Idol, for anybody that doesn't know what it is, the more you play that game, the more, yeah, this is the fight. I was thinking I was going to be here. So the more you play that game, the more it opens up and the more stuff you have to go do. So you're chilling. Please don't get electrocuted. So you're just chilling. All right, I'm going to go check my potatoes. It's like 5 minutes for the first few months. Doesn't take long to check. And now it's like 15, 20 minutes to go cycle through everything. Because I check it like once or twice, well, a couple times a day. Shit. I always get killed to this guy. I'm on, what am I on? Ascension 7? I think I'm about to hit 8. Oh, get me out of that shit. But it just keeps adding time. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, I'll log in to check, and next thing you know, it's 15, 20 minutes later. It just keeps getting longer and longer. They keep adding more stuff. Now I got to go through and sort out all the farming stuff. So, like, I'll get done playing this, and I'll go check all that and spend a while with it. It's kind of crazy. Basically, it's a numbers go up game. So you do see everything go up constantly. But it is kind of funny because you can go along and things get faster and faster as you go. We're going to drop all this stuff off. Here, no more. Thing to do. What do we got here? Jewel. Drop that up there. So I've got a stack of jewels whenever we get there. To that point. It's kind of a wild game. Like, you just sit down and relax and watch things tick up. And then check it. It's always kind of exciting to check every day, too. See what comes up. And then especially like when you do an Ascension or whatever, because you get like new mechanics to go do, and it's always changing.
And so now that I have
All right, what do we got to do here? Back to the quarry. Two live streams. No, I haven't seen it. I haven't opened up Melver in a long time. It's probably been whenever I finished off my last character is the last time I opened Melver up. I haven't had. I've played it for so long and I've played so many different characters on it. I just needed to stop for a while and waiting for the expansion. Like they haven't done a speed run or anything, so I kind of just put it aside. And then I started playing this, and so much other stuff's came out, like Baldur's Gate and everything else. I've just been distracted by everything else. And then they announced the expansion, and I thought, well, perfect. I'll just wait until then and play this instead, or in the meantime. Can't go wrong. And I did pick up Cookie Clicker eventually. The thing I don't like about Cookie Clicker is you have to be online to play it. Like, you have to have it on, which is what it is, but I like the idle game so that I can just lay in bed and check every once in a while, or, once a day or something. I've put a few hours into Cookie Clicker, and I can see the appeal. It is definitely a numbers go up game. I've been playing that Idle Champions game too. I have mixed emotions on it. I don't know if I like it or not. I like the game. I don't like getting advertised to buy shit constantly. That's kind of annoying. But it is a fun game, and it does have a lot of cool mechanics in it. So I'm kind of hit or miss with it. Speaking of that, I haven't checked it today, I don't think. And they have all kinds of seasons and stuff. Like, I think this is like their third or fourth season. It's like the second season since I've been playing the game for that. So it's a fairly active game. All right, quit following me. Not interested in being followed through the damn map. Well, and that's the thing. I mean, when you find yourself checking 3 idlers all day long, you wake up checking one, then you log in, check another one. Like, it does get to add up. Spend 15, 20 minutes checking each one. You've spent next thing you know, it's half hour, an hour has gone by, and you're like, what am I doing with my day? PoE is a great game. It took me far too long to try this. Like, I tried it years ago, but it was after I'd played another ARPG, and I just couldn't get into it at the time because I just finished another one. Well, yeah. Not sure if you're talking about Idle Champions or PoE, but yeah, it is. Both of those are the same way. They're available on all the different platforms, but you can't crossplay, which sucks. That's the other thing I like about Melver Idle and even Farmers Against Potatoes is that they are crossplay. So I can pull it up on my phone, I can pull it up on my PC, pull it up on my Steam Deck, whatever, and check it. And these other ones are kind of locked into whatever platform you're on. Like, they're on all the different platforms. I was kind of excited for PoE. I was hoping it would play on the Series X, because I got one of those things. But, man, it doesn't play. Like, you can't... The purchases you do on PoE on console don't transfer over to... Or the Steam version doesn't transfer over, which kind of sucks. Because I'd play it. But then I tried it. I actually did try it. I thought, well, I'll give it a shot. I did not like the console experience at all. me playing on a controller, now that I've been on PC again for so long, I can't really do controller very much. I find this kind of game is far better with mouse and keyboard than it is controller. Yeah, there was somebody else was talking about some serious performance issues that they were having, and they had a potato, and it just wasn't playing very well. They've also done a big graphical upgrade here recently. If you've tried it, fairly recent. Apparently, there's a lot of issues with that too, so it might even be further pronounced. I have been. I've been on not like every major console, but I've had so many different consoles over the years and so many different versions of a PC. I've been on all kinds of different things. Like I love gaming, so I've played in all different ways, just all over the place. I think we all shit. Totally missed that. I think we all had Tetris as kids. I shouldn't have taken this on, should I? This is probably not the place to be doing this. What I'm doing here. Alright, let's get through this. Consoles are good for certain things. Like stuff like Elden Ring and Souls games, I would absolutely play on a controller. I don't really like mouse and keyboard for that style of game. But if you're going to play like an RPG or something like Baldur's Gate, I can't do on console. I much prefer mouse and keyboard for stuff like that. Stuff like this, I prefer to play on mouse and keyboard. The problem is, if I'm in here all day, I don't want to be in here all night. So then I find myself wanting to be out doing something else or in another place. So that's why I got the Xbox. I thought, well, I'll sit out there. Now I just don't use it. It's a nice fancy paperweight sitting out there. I hate fighting this chick, by the way. Whatever, that's not hurting too much anyway. Unless it doesn't hurt her when she's screaming. Alright. I'm getting a lot of rares today. So that's actually almost 15 to all elemental resistances. Increased armor and energy shield. My parents bought, we had a personal computer, not like a PC. That was back in the days when you had IBM clones and all that crap. Like, it was a way different time. So we had a Tandy 1000, or not, what the hell was that? An Epson? Maybe it was an Epson. I can't remember. That was so long ago. It wasn't even a 286 or something like that. It was way back in the day. You could play like Leisure Suit Larry and crap like that, but that was about it. Space Quest, a lot of that kind of stuff, but nothing really good. I've always had some form of console or computer in some fashion, and I typically float back and forth. For the filter, I just went with the good seeing you, Sandstrom. Why'd you come on for a little bit? I did have a Tandy. I think it was an Epson. I think we had an Epson. So I had a Tandy color computer too. I definitely had that. That's what I started on, was that way back in the day. That was the first computer that I actually had. My dad had a VIC-20, and we had the Atari. Of course, we had the Atari 2600. I think everybody in the world had that at that point. And then we had, I swear it was an Epson. That was more towards the late 80s, early 90s when I had that. I don't even remember what games I played on it. It wasn't great, so you couldn't play a whole lot. Definitely couldn't play, like, the original Diablo. I had what did I have? An Acer. I had some old shitty Acer that wasn't even a Pentium. That was before Pentium came along. And I couldn't even run the original Diablo until I finally built my own machine and could do that. That took a while. I used to go to a friend of mine's house to play the original Diablo all the time. And then once I got a machine that could run it, I played it at home. Old dial-up days. Those are the greatest. IRC chat and all that. That was a long minute ago. The phone was in my parents' room, so I had to go stretch a long phone cable into their room so I could get to the internet. This is probably going to be a mistake. Last time everything was thick. I get an arena map. Oh, you're moving slow. I had, I don't know, several Nintendos. Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4, some of the Xboxes. I have had all kinds of different stuff over the years. A friend of mine loved World of Warcraft. He played that for a long time, and I tried it once. I don't know why, but it just never clicked with me, and I'm probably glad I didn't end up living my life through World of Warcraft. I guess, I don't know. It looked cool. I just couldn't get into it. I played, Warcraft 1, 2, and 3, and oh, don't die here. But a friend of mine and I, we played Ultima Online. That was the big MMO for back then to be into there. Ultima Online ruled. And I found out here recently that you can actually still play it. Somebody still runs it. I think like EA of all people owns it or something stupid.
At last.
I like too many different games though, so it's hard to get stuck on one. The thing that I'm finding here is the more I get, I don't want to say older, but just maybe more experienced or whatever. Like I've started wanting to play RuneScape. Like I didn't know what RuneScape, oh, not that button. I didn't know what RuneScape was back in the day. But being that I've played a lot of Melver Idol, I've started to come up to the concept of playing a long-term game like this, something that's going to last for many years, as opposed to like you just play it one time and you're like, all right, that was cool, and then you come back a few years later and play through the story again. Like having a game that you play for a very long time is kind of different. For me, it's new and different, like not something I would necessarily look for. But when I was looking for an MMO, I actually decided to stick with RuneScape or try it out, since it was the people that made Melver kind of based Melver off of it. So I figured that's kind of a no-brainer. And I played Final Fantasy XIV back in the day. That was really cool. But there's so much story there, I didn't want to go back through it all again. Couldn't figure out what my account name was or email or whatever I used. That's long lost. Get out of that shit. So I wasn't able to get back into Final Fantasy 14, which would have meant completely starting over, and I was kind of not interested in that. Don't get hit. All right, fat boy, you're done.
You're questioning
All right, is there anything good in here? No.
I ain't.
Nope, this one. Ooh, we get anything in here?
There I was. What was that?
I do want to sell these.
Yes.
I think that's unique. That's unique. I want to keep it. Keep that. Okay. Did we just teleport? I thought there was like more of a transition to Act 10. Guess not. So many people played. Wow, it's just not even funny. I've heard, like, I didn't know what RuneScape was back in the day, and I've heard a lot of people talk about it since, and I'm like, I don't know how I missed that, but I knew what World of Warcraft was, and so many people I've known that have played that. I can't get that thing out of my stash. Whatever. Nope. Nope. Go up here. Rooftop. A lot of hours went down the drain for people with World of Warcraft. Looked like a cool game. I just never got into it.
You there! Exile! I am in need of your services once more. Help me!
I didn't cast that on there. All right. You don't give me anything, do you? Nope. All right.
I cannot do this yet.
Never played the Heroes of Might and Magic series. I think I've owned them at various times. I think I have them today. I went through here a while back, a couple years ago, and just bought up a ton of stuff. You know, Steam sales, GOG sales, and all that. I bought so many old games that, you know how the meme goes. You'll just never play the stuff. Your library's looking at all the new stuff you're buying and wondering why you're not playing the old stuff you bought 6 months ago. But I kind of like having all this stuff to try out because there's so many games that I missed out on over the years that just never played. I've been curious about, or some of the ones that I did play and I want to go back and play again. But then I get into something else and whatever. So many RPGs out there too. Like I got Baldur's Gate sitting here, but I'm stuck on playing this right now because this is where I'm interested in. I started Baldur's Gate. I actually got at least out of the starting area. Maybe not far out of the starting area. I didn't get up to like the first sex scene or whatever you're supposed to get. I seen people were getting the romance scenes pretty early on. I didn't get that far. But then I got sidetracked on this. There's always something coming out too. We got Armored Core later this week. August has been just an incredible month for gaming. Bullfrog sounds familiar. I can't remember what games they made. Oh, level. That's what I was trying to get to. Like, I needed to do something. Dungeon Builder. That sounds like, was that the one with, like, the demons on the cover? I remember one like that. I remember thinking it would look cool, and I can't for the life of me think of the name of it. Keep wanting to say Dungeon Siege, but that's not right. I think there was like one or two of the ones that I'm thinking of. Can we jump that? No. Andy. Didn't. I don't remember. So many cool games over the years, though. And this is the area where the audio starts clipping out because of the, I don't want that armor scrap. All the crowd noise in the background. This gets kind of annoying. Go to the ossuary for something. Dungeon Keeper, that's it. Yeah. I never played it. I think I've owned it once or twice. I don't know. That was also back in the day. Well, I shouldn't say owned it. I had a copy of it, let's say that. It was also back in the days when you could just copy things.
Now that you have returned, and we have managed to sturdy ourselves
So,
more abreast this mighty ship.
Yeah, I never tried Roller Coaster Tycoon. I was more of a Sim City fan.
Now that the
To a point.
Then it before. Remember, humanity needs us.
There was a new... I can't remember what it's called. There was a new game that came out here like a couple months ago, or a month ago or so. It was supposed to be a lot like the original XCOM. I love the original. The first three XCOMs are really cool. The old ones from back in the day. I haven't really played much of the new ones, but those were awesome. Finding your base and all that. I never really got very far in them, but I loved them, and I loved playing those. You know what? I need to go into here. Do I have one of these? I do. Now, can we do anything cool with this? Sure, why not? Man, I can't think of what that one is called. Nope. Google is letting me down. Xenonauts. That's the one I was trying to think of. Xenonauts. That looked cool. I saw somebody was talking about that, and I'm gonna pick that up at some point, I think, too. The Theme Hospital stuff I've never tried. We just go in here and find some place. Xenonauts 2, that's what it is. Yeah. That just came out. That looked really cool. I think it might be in early access too. I've seen Terra Invicta, but I haven't really done anything with it. That's an MMO, right? Thinking of the right one. There's only so much time in the day. Like, I'm not playing RuneScape right now. I got started on that and stalled out because of this. There's so many different things I've started on and stalled out on. Or is that a city builder? The name's familiar. I can't remember what it is. Terra Invicta's XCOM style? I know the name, but I've never really looked at it. Oh yeah, I forgot I got a third one of these now. Trying to think if I think I've tried one of the new XCOMs. I don't think I tried XCOM 2. I think I tried the first one. I think I had it like on console. I don't think I've played it on PC. I don't think I own it on PC. I might. Those oh nice, finally get to play. Those humble bundles and all that stuff that come around, man, those things are library builders, let's just call them that. End up with way too many games. That, and then they have like the Ukraine bundles and stuff like that. Man, I've gotten so many games on bundles and freebies that GOG throws out every once in a while, or you find on Steam sales. At some point, your Steam library is just so massive, it just doesn't go away. That's the other problem. I had to quit buying the monthly Humble bundles because I end up owning half the games on there. I've got Disco Elysium. I need to play that someday. I've heard that is really good. But I haven't got there yet. Let's drop a portal here. I got to be in a mood to play a game, though. You know what I mean? Like, if I sit down and I'm like, that looks cool, and I'm just not in the mood, I don't play it. Like, I was really wanting to play, what was that? The System Shock remake. I'd never played System Shock back in the day. That was really cool, too. That was a really well done remake. I played that before I got into this. And I'm glad I played that. That was such a good game. Oop, I want that too. Yeah, Jagged Alliance 2 came out. I still remember the original ones. I never played them, but I remember seeing them advertised because they were made by Surtech, weren't they, back in the day? So they were like alongside the Wizardry games. I played all the well, I shouldn't say I played all the Wizardry. I played some of the Wizardry games. Owned some of them, never played them. But I think they were all Surtech back in the day, weren't they? I feel like I saw that advertising all the time. Oh, don't die, don't die. Shit. Get the hell out of here. Oh. Why did I come over here? Because of this. That's going to be a bad time going in there because I don't have this active. Oh, that's an unfortunate series too. Wizardry was such a good series. Unfortunately, they are no longer around. I heard that Wukong game's supposed to be pretty good too. I always wanted to finish off. So I played Wizardry 1 on Nintendo. Loved it. I thought that was really good. Oh shit, don't die. Why are we dying here? And then there was Wizardry 2, I think I played. I think I played that on console also. That was on Nintendo. I don't think. Then there was Wizardry 5 on Super Nintendo or something like that. They skipped a few of the PC ones on console and came out with that. Played that. And then we had Wizardry 6 and 7, which a friend of mine had those. Copied those from him. Oh, we can go forward here. Otherwise I could go down those stairs. I played 7 long enough to know I'd like it, but not long enough to actually finish it or do anything. Sierra was going to do a Babylon 5 game? That'd be cool. If it turned out. Then Wizardry 8, I played Wizardry 8 and beat that. That was cool too. Oh, those were the days. Oh shit. Alright, we need to get out of here. Whatever that crystal shit is, I don't want to be a part of. And ever since, I think I've gotten... Huh. They got a new Babylon 5 show out. I'm not sure if I care. It's an animated one, I guess. I was kind of excited when they said they were rebooting it, but then I found out it's like just like a couple hours. Oh man, they're on this crystal shit here. But I kind of want to rewatch the old series, but man, the effects are horrible. They were not great back in the day, but they've definitely not aged well. I think it's on Tubi maybe. But the story was so good. Alright, time for an epileptic attack here. Or I just skip this. That's getting old fast. And they did Babylon 5 right, too. They had a story. They played it for, what, 5 years? And then they were done. They were out. They didn't string it on for 20 years or, you know, they had a start and a finish. They played through. They had some really cool seasons, or, you know, it wasn't, there was a little bit of, you know, maybe what you'd call filler in here every once in a while, but like it was nothing like some of these series I try to watch now. They're like 20, or there's 20 series with 24 episodes each, and I'm like, dude, I'm exhausted just looking at the description of it.
What do you need?
But they had some really cool ship designs and everything with Babylon 5. They had some really cool concepts with it. The whole big galactic war, and then you get Mass Effect that basically is a recreation of all that. Yeah, those were the days. The cast, that's the thing you can't replace. And you go look at how many of Babylon 5's people are no longer here. They've just died off. It's like half the cast is gone. It's a shame, because I mean there were so many good people, and they are just not around. So even if you wanted to have a good remake of it or something, you can't even do it. They're just all gone. Star Trek was a good one to follow. I haven't gone through all the series. Some of the series I'm kind of hit or miss on. I did like Next Generation back in the day. Voodoo had a big sale on all their movies at one point where you could buy the 10 of the Star Trek movies all at one. So I bought them all, and I've seen them all, but I need to go through them all again. I haven't seen some of them for years. You know what? I guess we just go back into here. The Expanse was good. I did like it. I did watch it. People kept telling me how good it was, and I liked it. I like Babylon 5 better, I think, but The Expanse was really good. It took a little bit to get into, but once it got going, I really liked it. It picked up nicely. That one was good. I haven't watched the what's the other big one that is like a cult favorite? I haven't watched that one yet. They came out with like one movie and then the whole thing got canceled and they may only have one season. I can't remember. I can picture it, but Quantum Leap was really good. Yeah. Firefly, that's it. Yeah. I've not watched Firefly. I've heard good things, but I haven't watched it. I don't know why. For some reason, it just never quite... I don't know that it ever caught my interest. Yeah, I've heard it's really good. I have a hard time watching TV series these days. I've watched so many TV shows over the years. I just get kind of... It's got to be something really good, like a Breaking Bad or something, to really get me interested in it. And even then, like, I had friends of mine that were recommending The Expanse for years. Long time. They kept, oh, you watched that yet? I'm like, no. Have you watched it yet? No. And then when I watched it, they're like, you finally watched it? Oh, yeah, Battlestar. I grew up on the original Battlestar. I tried watching that shit. That shit is so old and bad. I can't do it. But the new series was really good. I really liked that one. I watched that not too long after it came out. I think it was when you could watch the entire... I don't think I was waiting on a series or a season to come out. I think I watched it all at once. And I was curious how they were going to do Battlestar, because that one was definitely an old favorite. I'm missing down here. But oddly enough, I like the ship design on the old series better than I like the ship design on the new series of Battlestar. I thought the Cylon ships looked better, and whatever the other ones were called, I can't remember the name of them now, but I thought the ship design was a little better. Man, the strikes are ruining a lot of things. Oop, I missed it. I always miss this entrance down here. All right, you need to die. I don't like following me. I have free space, but I have not played it now. Or if I've played it, I played it very little. I got really into Star Citizen for a while. I played Elite Dangerous for a long time. Really loved that. But it's the same thing. I'm kind of hit or miss on certain games. I get into them for a little while and I play them, then I move on to something else. And like Elite Dangerous took a weird turn when they went into the whole first person aspect of it. Like it went weird. Got booted. So I kind of jumped off of Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen so early on. Yeah, I've heard free space is good. What do we got here? It doesn't tell me. I guess I got to be out fighting. Shit, now I got to walk all the way over there again. Son of a bitch. I don't think I want to go down to the control blocks, though, do I? That still doesn't say damage. What's up, Yuki? It's funny how everybody plays all the same games. Half the Melver crew's in here playing PoE. I think for some reason I need to go this way. Oh, and that's another show. Space Above and Beyond. I loved that show. That got canceled way too early. Nothing like the Marines in space. That's like the Aliens Marine movie we never got. Righteous Fire seems pretty popular. Alright, does it say what I'm doing? No, it doesn't say damage on this. What I should do... I should pull it up in POB and see what POB says. Oh God, instant mud. More. Did I miss a button on there? Or do you mean the Thing movie? Oh, if you're, I recommend Pox's Righteous Fire build. He's got just an amazing setup. It's a ridiculous setup. He's got videos for it. He's got a whole build guide for it. Like, he's got all kinds of stuff about it. If you're looking for a guide, that is. It's a amazingly well done guide. I said it earlier. I'm curious to see what comes out of with all the new stuff that they've added in here. Support, when we get some new support skills and stuff. I'm curious to see what builds we get coming forward once people get some time with this. You know, a few weeks from now when we get all the cool shit that comes out of this, I think that'll be awesome. Go down this way here. Alright, you guys aren't going to follow me around. Whatever this thing is, I need to get the hell away from. And not take the wrong damn turn. Alright, cool. Got the exit. Have you played... Yuki, have you played PoE before? I mean, I would definitely recommend checking it out. I would recommend playing without a guide first, just to get the lay of the game. But at a certain point, you'll find that you'll pretty much need a guide. There's a threshold, and when you get there and you start playing with an actual guide, you'll be like, oh, that's way different than without a guide. What are we on here? Level 70. So what do I need to do now? I've got all of this. Oh, he changes the tree completely in here. I need to refund some stuff. So we need to go this way here. Oh, so you just like the punishment. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I was curious because there's been quite a few people that they don't play with a guide. That's totally fine. That is totally fine. I was honestly gonna start this league with just to roll your own build, just to do it. But then I started thinking about it. I was like, because I was gonna do a video about why you shouldn't. I did a little video about why you should start without a guide and all that. And I thought, well, I better know the difference between a guide if I'm gonna make a video about it. So I figured I'd better at least have something. So I started the Righteous Fire build on the last league and tested it out, and I loved it. I thought it was really good. But it was a huge difference when I switched over from not having a build to having one to follow. The game got noticeably easier. I was able to survive a lot longer, do a lot more. But a lot more of it made sense too, because I had spent the time, learning on it early on. So I was able to pick up some of this stuff. Because, figuring out why you're dying in some places is tough. Your resistances and all that. It's all just kind of hard to digest everything at once.
I cannot do this yet.
No, I totally get it. I mean, that was kind of like my first thought is, everybody's like, you got to go play with the guide. You got to play with the guide. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, how did that guide get created in the first place? Like, they didn't just exist. Somebody had to go through all the effort of finding them and creating them. And I mean, they don't just magically appear. So that means somebody had to do it. But when you look at how much is in this game and how involved it is, it's easy to see why guides are recommended. There's just... Every time you turn around, there's a new mechanic, there's a new thing to go learn. It's like, holy cow. And there's people have popped on to put comments on my videos. They're like, I'm 5,000 hours in and I'm still learning stuff. Hell, there was I put some noob stuff on there and they're like, I didn't know that. I've been playing for thousands of hours. And I'm like, well, apparently you don't read the wiki either. It's crazy how much is in here. I think what I want to do now is try to get an idea of what kinds of builds there are to see what can be done. Because in knowing what you can do and what possibilities are there and how other people kind of put that stuff to task is how you can learn to adjust things and, you know what I mean? Adjust builds yourself and try something out. I mean, you can always pick something adjacent, but that's not always the best idea. Die dead? Yeah, I'm saying that wrong. What's up? League's going very well. Having a good time. Had a bit of a rough start, let's just say that. I did not follow the directions very well and learned some hard lessons. Got caught up with all the league start and did not do the whole witch part where you need to go get certain skills as a witch and then start this to get Righteous Fire really going correctly. And I totally didn't. It did not go so well. Ran through one level completely. But that was just because I didn't have the I just didn't have what I needed. It was bad. It was not good. But we got it ironed out and we're cruising along now. Did I just do a giant circle? God damn it. Where am I at? Took a wrong turn over here. The start was not good. I can make some bad decisions worse. Good at that. Oh yeah, these guys love to stack up at this door. Found the door. And I'm actually glad I did follow a build guide to start this with. It's for this one. I'm glad I started off 2 without a guide, did 2 characters without, and then now I'm doing this with. I think this is a good way to do it because now I'm actually doing really well here, and I don't have enough experience with this game to know good, bad, or indifferent. Well, I can find out the bad. That's one thing I wouldn't mind doing is doing a minion build because that's what I started with. I was kind of curious about it. I wanted to do something different than what I normally do in something like this. Normally I do all melee, but I kind of want to revisit an actual minion build and see what one really, a real one looks like. Try that out. I haven't decided. I kind of want to do something with a Templar next, but that Bone Shatter Juggernaut looks cool. But I think the first thing I'm going to do is definitely spend some quality time with this character and get through as much of the mapping as I can. One of these days, I am going to try to actually tackle a build on my own, like a real build, not the shitty witch build I had or the ranged one. Like you kind of start off and you have no concept of what's going on. I kind of want to start one once I kind of learn what the hell I'm doing and how to put things together. I do want to try that. That is a goal at some point. It won't be anytime soon, but it's definitely a goal of mine. Fire and lightning resist on this, which is more lightning than I have. I lose a little bit of life, but this looks better with armor, and it's got the sockets I need. It's going to put stuff together. So I'll move Molten Shell over there. Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, you have to be into the trading part of it. I don't know that I'm totally keen on trading just yet. I'm going to save that for later. It's on my to-do list. I'm going to see where I get this league. And that was the other reason I started with Righteous Fires. It's supposed to be a pretty easy thing to do without a lot of crafting involved. Up to a point, I think. What do I want to keep here? I think I'll keep that for something later. Maybe keep that. Definitely keeping that. Get rid of the rest of this.
Good tidings to you.
The cool thing is that there is so much variety in the way you can play this. Like, there's no one good way to play this game. It's just you just do whatever the hell you want, and there's options there for everything. It's great. All right, we're at the end, aren't we? No, I got... No. Or do I have to do the ossuary? Yep, we're at the end. All right. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. All right. Let's do this. 2 levels to run through, maybe 3. And we should be out the door. Turn that on. What's up, puppy dog? Yep, should be 2 levels. Alright, are you just gonna follow me?
Cannot do this yet.
Oh, it changed my what did I have this on? Molten shell. So once I get through all of this, I've got 2 of my labyrinth things done. I think I might be able to do another one. I don't know if I found them all yet. Once I get through the campaign, I'm going to stop and eat supper. But after that, what I want to do is try to do some mapping. What I really want to do is try all the different mechanics out. Like there's so, you know, everybody says, well, pick the mechanics you want and set your Atlas tree up to it. But if you've never played them and you don't know what the mechanics are, you don't know what you do like or don't like. So I'd like to try more Metamorph. That looked really cool. I enjoyed what I played of it, but I didn't get it very much. Rituals seemed pretty cool. I want to try that some more. I think what I'm going to do with my Atlas tree is kind of cut up the middle, so to speak, and just put it on more of the mapping portion of it and not worry about, like, you can exclude mechanics and stuff. I don't know that I want to turn stuff off and not get it. I think I want to actually see this stuff. I don't know. I don't know what 7th gate means. I haven't gotten far enough in. I've done a tier 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there. I got into like one of the yellow maps or something. And then the league ended, so I didn't get a chance to really do a whole lot. So I'm really looking forward to this league and being able to spend some time on it. And the fact that I'm getting through this now, 300% rarity increase. Okay, we'll put that there. Why'd I put the dynamite right where you are? What can go wrong? Is all this stuff going to be super thick? Not too bad. A lot of stuff died really quickly. That's good. There's a lot of rare monsters out here. These guys hurt. Holy shit, these guys hurt. Don't die. Alright, one down. Oh god, this guy's got a friggin' machine gun. Alright. Problem solved.
Could have been more upfront about the danger. But you see, people don't.
Ooh. But yeah, I want to see how far I can get into the mapping portion. A lot of people seem to say try to get the mapping done. Get to the end of that. I guess there's a whole quest line or something in there. That's kind of the goals. Just run around that stuff. Do I want this? I guess I'll hang on to those. This I don't want. Or no, I do. Trade that for currency. But that's as far as I've got, like, planned out. I don't really want to focus in on too much. I want to try as many of the game mechanics out as I can. I had tried a lot of stuff, but I want to spend more time on it. Like, get the temple portion done. I didn't get to finish the temple off. I got to go into it, and I got to try it. So, but I didn't get to, like, see the actual top of the temple or anything. I never got the door opened up to it, which I've got one more go at it this time, and I'm going to try to get that unlocked here. But that, run back to town, drop this currency off. You don't hurt, so I can take you out. Main page, recently asked questions. Do. Oh yeah, okay. You're talking about all the different crafting options for maps. Yeah. Yeah. I learned about that. Yeah. I didn't even know you could get extra, like the little options for crafting and all that stuff. I was watching somebody's video and they started showing that, and I'm like, Jesus, not only can you add the currency to your maps, but you can also go in and craft the maps in the thing to tell what you want. I didn't realize that list expanded. I thought it was just a couple options that are up there, and next thing you know, nope. It's way deeper than that. There's so much more. Yeah. Just kind of laughed. I'm like, well, there's another big pile of stuff to go learn. The gift that keeps on giving. It's still pretty impressive how much stuff these guys add to this game constantly, and how much it's grown. You go watch old trailers for old leagues and stuff, and it's like, oh, I've seen that. I know what that mechanic is. And it's just like a little chunk of the game now. Okay, here we go. Oh, place your bets on how many times I die.
This
Oh, you know what? Better put the portal over here so it's not in my way.
strike you down.
Don't stand there. Probably should have boosted up on some life blast before I came in here. That might have been handy. Alright, heart phase. It's better just stand there. Those things weren't hurting. They'll get worse here in a minute. Shit. I'm not so good in the dodging department. No heart phase. All right. Don't stand in that. Ooh, got some health potion back. That's good. One of these days I'll learn to dodge. Or not. Of course, having good regen helps too. Out of that. Oh shit. Get over there. So close. So close to not dying. Made a mistake on the molten lava. I still got the heart to go. Oh, right. This is where I usually end up biting it, is on the ad phase. Unless this goes fast. Sweet. Oh. Nice. Nice. So, what is it, played? That took 17 and a half hours. Not too bad.
It's over.
Not too bad. What's cool though is like every time I play this, there's like another 10 hours comes off the campaign. I mean, that's only going to go so far, but you know, you just keep knocking time off every time you start over, and it goes quicker and quicker and quicker. Oh, yeah, sweet.
Exile, wake up.
A little laggy. Hello.
Commander Kirak. It's through the tunnel.
Sweet.
It would be wrong to do that here.
Unfortunately, they don't let you run in here. Movement speed and flask enhancements. That will be handy.
Now that we've...
That will be super handy.
I should have never...
Ah. The connection's not been too bad for the most part.
Kirax, we've a vital.
I haven't done any of these. I guess I'll just take that one. What's kind of wild is you get to the end and you think you got to do all these quests, and you really don't have to do anything but like, what, one little quest and then you're done. Alright, I'm just gonna get rid of all this shit. I don't feel like dealing with it. Even that. Goodbye.
For freedom.
I do want to keep the unique. Yeah, we'll keep that, I guess. Nope. Where'd I put that? The other stupid thing is these silver coins don't actually stack. So, like, they don't even go in here. You have to be on the right place to put them in. Otherwise, they don't go into the right spot. And I've got a few to do. Mostly all the end stuff. I went through and cleaned up the early part of it. So it's all the later parts. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, getting caught on low health is never good. Yeah, I'll deal with that later. Let's run a map real quick. Do. I think I made it to, I guess I made it into 6. Because I did like Shore or something like that. I don't think I made it to any of these. Might have done Precinct though. Do I have one that's already magical? Alright. Book. Oh, right. I didn't have enough room. Good call. And I do have a couple of passive points to put in. Oh, yeah. I wonder where my res is. Need to look at that real quick. I think I had... I didn't have enough. I thought I had a lot. I had like 100 and something over in the... But you drop... Yeah. I feel like, oh, you know what? This is not the right place to look. Go to the hideout. Now what am I at? Real close. The only thing I'm low in is cold and chaos. Which I think... Did I not just get something that does cold and chaos? Yeah, I need to come over here and check it. I thought I got... How about we search? Lightning, cold and chaos right there. What do I want to add this to? Here? Now what do we got? Oh, chaos still sucks, but a little better. Okay, where do I put these into? Not up there. Oh, we're down here, so I need to redo some of this. Oh, betrayal gives you the chaos. I found something earlier that had some... that had a little bit of chaos on it. So I really need to back all these down. And come this way here. So we're going to leave this and this. And this comes up into Juggernaut, right? So I need to refund. Yeah, I'm still struggling with what chaos damage actually is. Like, conceptually, I know it's... I get it, but... in how it applies... Oh, that's because that turns there. That's why I can't refund it. Well, you're right at the same time I am. We'll go up here and here. Apply that. Then we need to run down here. Do I have enough points? 1, 2, 3. I need to get... Oh, the purple's chaos? Okay. Yeah, those poison drops that drop on you when all that stuff that falls in, that sucks. That really sucks. I have 3 points. 1, 2, 3 gets me here. Which is not far enough over to that. Need a lot of points to get through here, and I can't get this unlocked unless I go like maybe here. Do that and then refund. Looks like we're refunding this, this, and this. To come down through here. So that completes the circle. And so chaos is like everything else in this game. It's just ridiculously convoluted. Got it. So I need to refund these two. Actually, I need to take that off, but I don't really want to lose that, do I? Guess I do. We're coming through here somewhere. I don't think I need the dexterity right now. Apply that. Go here. I don't know what that just did. How much that changes me. But we've got the resistance we need. Yeah, I was trying to read up on what poison was or what chaos was, and it kind of gave a little bit of a description. Oh, what am I thinking? I did pick up Kirok's Vault actually. It was so late in the last league that I just didn't get a chance to get into it, but I decided I'd grab it for this one because it's like right now, so I can do it. And I've actually completed some of this stuff here and got a few things off of it somewhere. So I think I got some boots or something. But I think there's probably enough time to make Kirok's Vault worth it. All right, let's run a map here. How come my map machine isn't here? Do I have to go actually start it in there? And that was the other thing I thought was kind of strange is that, like, poison is like, boy, I don't. Okay. Why don't I have my map device? All right, I'm not going to screw around with that right now. Maybe I need to reload that. Oh, before the device shows up in there. Okay. This. Alright, so far so good. Nothing crazy. Although I'm losing life. Not good. That's down. Okay. Yeah, done. Alrighty. Not too bad so far. So those changes didn't hurt a whole lot. I got everything on. Life regen doesn't seem too bad, although it could be better. And I wanted to get to this point here too. Before I started really deep diving into crafting on any of my gear. Like, did I need to add any kind of resistance or something? So I'd saved putting a whole lot of stuff on here. It's those yellow maps that suck, man. Once those start coming in, not the yellows, not like the yellow maps, but the maps that have the rare stuff on them with all the different modifiers. Those really suck. That's where I've had the most trouble. The blue maps are fine. Look, dude, I'm sick of your ice wall. There have been, like, when I was testing all this out on standard, there were a few maps I just couldn't finish. Like, the boss didn't take damage for some reason, whatever it was. Ran into some issues. But that was kind of later on. It wasn't early on. Definitely ran into some of those Vol side areas that sucked ass too. Yeah, I know. The blue ones seem a lot tamer, though. They don't pile it all on. They don't add insult to injury. The yellow ones just seem to really do their best to screw you over. Yeah, the trade part is something I'll get into at some point. I'm just not necessarily in a hurry for it. I don't know why am or not, but I think I want to try to do as much on my own as I can, try to figure it out before I get into worrying about trading and stuff. try to figure out where I can get currency from, stuff like that. That was another thing that I didn't do a very good job of on the last one, was trying, you know, when I was playing Crucible, was getting a good currency income. All right, what do we got to fight here? Are we seriously just fighting totems? That seems new. Oh. Oh, they hurt. So it doesn't look like I can... Yeah, I just don't know which mechanic I like, and I want to actually try the mechanics out a little bit and see how they go. That wouldn't take the curse. It wouldn't take flammability on that one. For some reason, I kept casting it, but it didn't seem like it would take it. Yeah, we'll figure that out later.
Now that you've had a
Best way to start a league is with free divine. Nice, Yuki. All done with it, huh? What did I get? Gloves. Gloves that don't match anything else. Nice. Alright, so is my hideout ready to go, or do I have to go deploy this thing? Ah, there we go. So, what I want to try, I want to actually work on Delve a little bit. I want to do some Heist, see if I actually like Heist. I'm still not sure that I like Heist. But I want to try Delve, and I want to try Metamorph a bit. Try to see how that goes. Basically, I just want to spend time on all these different mechanics and stuff, and then see where all that goes. Got an okay pile of maps right now, so got something to start with at least. And I did learn how you can trade these off, so that's cool. I can trade these to the ones that I haven't done yet. That's the thing I'm not sure of, is what mechanics I like. I haven't had enough time to play all the different mechanics to know what the ones that I do or don't like. So I'm still trying to figure all that out. That's why I kind of want to just play it all for a while and see what I do or don't like. Guess I'll take that one. Dump that. All right, it is now supper time, so I'm going to cut this off and go eat. I don't know if I'll be back on tonight or not, but it's good hanging out with everybody, and we'll be back at some point throughout the week. Yeah, I want to try things out before I actually start knocking things off and saying I don't want to do the mechanics. I want to try to do some stuff. So, I don't know. We'll see where it all goes. All right, that is going to do it for me for now. Catch you guys later on in the week. Take care.